former shore sheds for unloading cargo have been retained and feature two-tone brickwork facades with some detailing and archways. New uses have introduced modern materials including glass, concrete and steel. Original timber wharves have been retained with concrete additions. Commercial, residential and dining uses are mixed in the redevelopment, in stark contrast to the purely industrial use of the area in the past. The precinct includes areas for leisure, particularly street furniture which recalls the industrial past, such as these moorings. This modern staircase improves circulation for pedestrians into the precinct and is an infill intervention featuring modern metal construction among sandstone. Piers 8 and 9 are an example of adaptive reuse and retain much of the wharf's original timber, but commercial office space and the cafe at the ground floor feature glass heavily. Piers 6 and 7 were demolished entirely in the redevelopment, with some controversy. Salvaged materials are included, but structural concrete and glass are now used for luxury residences with no public access. Piers 4 and 5 were repurposed in the early 1980s for the Sydney Theatre Company and the Sydney Dance Company. A new development plan has been announced to suit the needs of these cultural institutions into the future. Piers 2 and 3 remain unused and undeveloped, but the original shore sheds between these piers have been entirely retained and feature two-tone brickwork typical of the area. Newer additions include the neon signs for the theatre and dance companies from the 80s. The theatre showcases a large intricate brickwork archway and glass doors in keeping with the rest of the precinct. Exposed internal brick, polished concrete floors and some sandstone are also used in the theatre's interior. The redevelopment has some strong positives, such as the retention of key buildings and features from the past lives of Walsh Bay. Mixed uses, cultural institutions and a quality public domain are also important in opening up the area to Sydneysiders, as seen from these observed human activities. However, the area remains cut off from the heart of Sydney it essentially occupies, and the precinct feels like a quiet, controlled playground for the very rich. The new redevelopment plan for Walsh Bay Arts Precinct must do more to invite every person who visits, works and lives in Sydney to the area.